Hi, I'm Dana, and we're back in my cozy little corner instead of in the middle of the couch where I feel exposed to the world because I want to do another episode of the Burnout Diaries. So, for anybody new, I'll link a previous episode from some point up here, maybe the first one. It's basically just me trying to keep track of the autistic burnout that I've been in for the majority of my life because I moved out at 16 and I was already having a pretty hard time by then, and I moved straight into an abusive relationship, and I feel like I've spent like the vast majority of my life either in burnout or trying to push through burnout or learning to live with it and being like, well, I guess this is just how life feels and how it is to be alive. And I keep going to the doctors and being given antidepressants, but nothing actually helps, so I guess this is just how it feels to live a life. And then I was diagnosed autistic and learned more about autistic burnout and was like, oh, I think I know what this has been, guys. So after pretty much an entire lifetime of being pushed beyond my capabilities and having expectations set of me that are just far beyond what I could actually ever reach, and just setting expectations of myself that weren't ever going to be reachable, and just having a hard, nasty little time, I'm quite settled now. I moved to a place that I dreamt of moving to. It's as nice as I expected it to be. It's absolutely delightful. I love my home. I'm able to live alone for the first time and not have any housemates and not live in a house that previously had housemates in where I don't feel at home. I feel very settled and very happy and very grateful for the life that I'm living, and I have many a thing that I like to do. And that's today's video topic essentially, because it is now that I have put a huge amount of fucking effort in and received an immense amount of help to be able to get myself into a better situation, that I feel like I'm able to do things that actually help me recover from burnout. And it's like, okay, so I had to partially recover from autistic burnout in order to be able to put any sort of effort whatsoever into recovering from autistic burnout. It's so frustrating. It's so annoying, and it's one of those things that I think I find especially frustrating because so many people made me feel like I was not doing enough, and I just needed to do this or that and then I'd be fine. And why am I making such a big deal out of it? It's because you're lazy, it's because you can't be bothered, you're doing this to yourself. And so often it was stuff where I was like, yeah, I know that doing this thing would probably make me feel better, doing this, doing that, improving my life in this way, those are likely to make me feel better. I very simply did not have the energy. And I think it's something that people often hear and are like, oh, well, I don't have the energy for this and that, I just make myself get up and do it. I have those comments quite a lot, and you don't understand, and good for you, because it's fucking horrible. It's absolutely horrible when you know that you should do that thing and you would like to do that thing because you know it would make you feel better, and it's not even not having the energy, it's literally not having the capability to do the thing that would make you feel better. With the housemate I had that just made me feel the worst about myself just because they could. It was the type of thing where is sitting in my room watching YouTube and watching TV and not going out and not going anywhere and not speaking to anyone making me feel better? No. Would going out and speaking to someone probably make me feel better? If it was a nice social interaction, yes. I don't have the capability to mask and put forward a version of myself that is socially acceptable to be able to go out and have a nice social situation. Any social situation I went out and had while I was in that position wouldn't have been nice. It would have been extremely awkward. I might not be able to fucking speak. If I do speak, I'm probably going to be stuttering and not really know what to say, and I'm going to be getting funny looks because I'm just a mess, because I don't have the energy. I don't have the capability. I don't have the energy to have the capability. I'm not able to do it because I don't have the energy. It's not, oh, I'm a little bit tired but I can push through. Otherwise I'd say, oh, I don't have much energy but I guess I can push through. I'm telling you, I do not have the energy. I do not have it in me to do it. I cannot do it. Or else if it wasn't that situation, it's things like going for a walk now is one of the fucking highlights of my day every single day. I have beautiful spaces to walk to and I'm able to take them in. I'm able to look at them and enjoy it, and it's nice. And bear in mind, I still live in a working class northern area. There is a lot of fly tipping around here. There's a lot of naturally beautiful spaces that are ruined by the amount of rubbish, which is something that has always annoyed me in every area that I've lived in. But it's the thing of now I feel better now that I'm not in such a horrendous place of burnout. I can overlook it. I see it and I'm like, oh shit, I wish they wouldn't do that. That sucks. Don't do that. and then I continue walking and I see the next pretty thing and I'm like, oh, this is lovely. You know, it's not sticking with me. Whereas previously I would go out for a walk and it's already taken like an insane amount of my energy to like get dressed and look presentable enough to go outside. And I go outside and all I'm seeing is the fucking rubbish everywhere, and it's making me anxious, it's making me sad, it's making me feel like the world is ending because we just don't look after it. Like I'm having like a full eco fucking breakdown, and I couldn't help it. I very simply could not help it. Like, yes, realistically, going for a walk should make me feel better. It sure as fuck does now. But I would go for a walk and I'd be feeling cripplingly anxious about walking past people, about having anybody walk behind me. Just the anxiety of being outside and being perceived. If I tripped, and I do quite a lot trip, I trip over my own feet, I trip over the slightest fucking bit of like raised ground that I wasn't expecting. I'm a big tripper, and that would like humiliate me and have me going home to cry in my room. And I knew that it was an over dramatic reaction. I knew that it was not the reaction required for like, I've tripped and someone across the road has glanced at me. There is no reason to go home and cry for the next 2 hours about it. But that's just the emotional reaction that it created in me because I was in autistic burnout and having a horrible fucking time. And similarly with a lot of the hobbies that I've picked up now, like I'm crocheting again, I'm doing little artsy crafty projects again. And to be fair, I have always done some level of little artsy crafty project because it's just a vital part of my mental health routine, quite frankly. It's one of the few things that like keeps me going. Like at the very least I can create something, and if I've created shit, then I've created something, Anna. Sure, it's shit, but I've created it. Like I've done a lot of work on my like perspective of what art should be to be able to just keep myself going and doing it through things. But it was also a thing of like, I would push myself to do it and I would be having meltdowns and having the worst fucking time of my life and just not enjoying it. You know, like I'm glad that I've created something. I feel nothing for it. I feel nothing about it. I don't care, you know? Like, I've forced myself to do it and I can acknowledge that's a positive thing to have done. I didn't enjoy it, I don't feel any better for it. It felt very pointless to be doing things. And if I made some sort of mistake, especially with things like crochet where it is like a more like, there's a right way and a wrong way, I'm putting that project, like I've just completed a jumper that I started like last August. Maybe sooner, maybe even earlier than that. Because I very simply, like, anytime I missed a stitch, anytime a stitch didn't quite go right, anytime I got, like, a wrong tug of the fabric, it frustrated me to such a point that I wanted to, like, fucking cut it up and put it in the bin. Like, it made me so angry and so sad, and I'd be like, I work very hard to combat negative thoughts that I have about myself, but they come up and I then combat them, you know? When I'm doing better like I am now, those thoughts don't arrive as much, whereas when I'm not doing so well, the moment I've made a mistake of some sort, I'm a useless fucking bitch. What is even the point of me trying to do anything when I'm just going to fail at it? I fucking hate doing any of this anyway. Like, it's the most negative little, like, spiel. And yes, I combat it. I reply to it in my head and I'm like, no, we're not doing this. But it's already there. It's already made me feel a way. You know, if I can just not have that happen, it's lovely. It's quite nice. And it's combined with the thing of like, I have more mental capability. I am more focused. I'm able to focus on things. So I just am making less mistakes. Like I've gotten through my ribbing so well. My ribbon look like the ribbed parts of my jumper look fucking great. And I've never managed it like that before. And some like a level of it is definitely that I've been practicing, obviously. A massive level is just that I'm able to focus on doing the things that I can then feel some sort of like happiness over, you know? Like even with like, I've been reading a good amount lately. Like for the first time in like 3 years, I've read more than one book in a month. And a lot of months I was not reading even that. And it was very simply that I would start reading and I'd just be staring at the page and 15 minutes had passed. I didn't know where the fuck they'd gone because I was supposed to be reading and I just haven't been. I don't know what the fuck I have been doing. I haven't been like lost in my thoughts. I've very simply just been existing in the state of I should be reading right now, staring at the book and not actually reading. I don't understand why. I don't know why. My brain did not have the capability to sit down and read a fucking book, you know? And it's very simply, I can now sit down and read a book and focus on it and be reading. I can just do that now. And obviously engaging in hobbies that I enjoy makes me feel better in turn. And a lot of my hobbies that I enjoy are also quite like restful and relaxing ones. So that further helps to like recover further from burnout and to rest and relax and to like heal my fucking nervous system and all of that shit, you know? So it is really nice. You know, it's really nice to be able to go on a mental health walk and feel like it's actually improved my mental health. It's really nice to be able to go and socialise and feel like I've done a good job of talking to people and not necessarily making friends, because like it's very early days. It's people that I've met like once for like an hour and a half at some like little social event. But you know, like I feel like I'm making decent impressions to a point. I'm still quite awkward. I'm still extremely fucking anxious and scared of people, and I'm still autistic, and it takes me like a hot minute's process, like being asked things and what I'm going to respond. And I one of the big things that I really do need to improve at is asking other people questions, because it just didn't come into my head at the time. But like especially at the book club that I went to recently, the moment I got home, there were like 7 different questions that I should have responded with in conversation in order to have an actual like back and forth conversation where I learned about the other person, and I just didn't fucking do it. It just didn't strike me. It just literally did not come to mind. They did tell me some things, thank God, but I should have been asking things, and they very much like they were doing real well on their end of the conversation and giving me things that I could have asked about, and I just didn't fucking process a single fucking moment of it. So like there's things like that where like I could be doing better, but I'm always going to be autistic, you know? Like I'm not about to become a fucking social butterfly and be like nailing every social interaction to be like so forthcoming and friendly and whatever else. But I've been friendly enough and engaged enough that I have had conversations that I don't feel like have gone horribly, and I'm able to look back on them afterwards and see the areas where I could do better without just like cringing at myself and hating myself and not wanting to ever speak to anybody again because I'm so awkward and autistic and just can't fucking function as a person. You know, like those days are currently quite far, they're not far behind me. It was 2 months ago, wasn't it? Like I've been here for like 2 months and 2 days, like chill out, babe. But you know, like I'm doing things that should make me feel better, and they're making me feel better, but I have to first feel better to be able to do those things in order to feel better. And it's the type of thing where I'm like, okay, it's great that like I'm getting through it and I'm feeling better and I'm learning things, and I've learned things, and I have these like new perspectives of my life. Like there's a hell of a lot of positives, but it also scares me a little bit because I am like, okay, but if I end up back in autistic burnout again, what am I meant to like hyperfixate on a new fucking county to move to and do a whole new move so I can like feel better? Like I don't feel like I've managed to learn like any coping mechanisms that will help me if it gets bad again in future, because everything that I'm doing that is making me feel better is stuff that I was already fucking doing that didn't make me feel better because I was so deep in burnout. So it is a little bit frustrating and scary under all of the positivity that like as much as I feel like I've learned a whole load of shit from like, you know, my life, I also don't feel like I've learned anything that's going to benefit me if this happens again in future, which I do feel like there's every likelihood it will, because I'm autistic and this happens sometimes, you know? Like life is hard and stressful and overwhelming, and sure, right now I'm at a point where like it's, I don't want to say a lull because like I also don't want to say centre of the storm because I don't think I'm going to be like hit with shit again. I do think I've, you know, done a lot of work that means that I'm going to be able to generally have a fairly nice time, you know, touch wood, all things considered. Like I do feel like I've set myself up fairly well to not have a fucking awful life again. But also things go wrong all the time. Life is unpredictable. What do I do if it does get bad again? Because I like uprooted my entire life and got rid of all the bad bits to make it nice so that I could feel better, so that I'm then capable of making myself feel better. I don't know how I would do that in future. I've done it, and hopefully I've done it, so like I am set up, but also like you know, I think I do also feel some level of pressure as like an autism content creator to be able to like put up together some sort of fucking guide of like how to recover from burnout, when like I don't know, I changed my life, I moved house, things got better and I started to feel better, and now the things that should make me feel better actually make me feel better. It's not an option for me. Like that's the thing though, I don't think most things are most options for most people. We're all vastly different and all of our needs are vastly different, and all the situations we're in and the situation, like, you know, like it's not on me to make a fucking guide. It's not on me to tell anybody what to do or like how to recover. But also there's a massive level of me that's like, I've had many, like several years now of people being on the channel and people leaving me comments and people messaging me because we're in similar positions and we feel the same way. And I feel like I should be able to be like, here's a helpful thing to do, here's a helpful tip, here's some tips and tricks, here's how I'm feeling better. You know, like I don't want to like be like, see ya, I'm good now, have a nice time, or not, most likely. You know, like I want other people to be able to feel better too. But also, with that being said, a lot of you have been like, you know, I haven't had like any shitty comments for being happy. Everyone's been very supportive and happy for me in turn, and I've had a few of you saying how much it's like inspired you to make changes in your own life, which I absolutely adore. And like, you know, like I don't know what it's just a thing for me. No one's given me this one. This isn't anyone's fault. This is just a me thing at the minute. You know, like I do think I've managed to build a community here where we do like want what's best for each other, and I think that's why it's been nice for y'all to see me happier and like have left nice comments about it. But I feel bad for feeling good. That'll be something for me to work through, won't it? Like I don't really know what that is. I think I've just been in such shitty situations for so long that it's become my normal, and it does feel a bit weird to be feeling so much better and to be feeling so much more capable of a lot of things, and just like I would say that my day-to-day state is happy, you know? Like as much as I still get anxious, I still get like I'm still autistic and I'm still having a time, all of it's better and I'm a lot happier. I would say like I'm pretty fucking content is what we're getting at. And it's lovely, it's very nice. So I'm gonna fuck off now because I want to go for a walk in a field. And I can just do that. It's great. I'm gonna go and have a walk in a field. I'll see you. If you want to see more videos like this, I talk about autistic burnout, autism in general, abusive and neglectful families. I do body doubling videos. I'm trying to have like a little mixture of content to provide you with. I've done a single baking video and I intend to do more like cooking and baking videos. I swear to fucking God, I'm so going to get started on Puppet Tusk again so fucking soon. I swear, I think about it every fucking day. Like, I'm building up to it. We're gonna get there. It's gonna happen. So if you would like to see any of that stuff, for anyone that doesn't know, Puppet Tusk is, I'm remaking the entire film Tusk, the Kevin Smith movie about the man that's turned into a walrus. I'm making that out of paper. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be like an hour long, and it's gonna be the movie Tusk, but made out of paper puppets. I'm getting excited about it again. That is going to be a thing again. There's a lot of things that I'm getting really excited about. There is actual joy in my life again. It's a great time. If you would like to follow along and see that, you can subscribe. You can also find me over on Instagram or TikTok. I'm posting fairly regularly on TikTok, not TikTok. I'm not shy. Instagram at the minute, because like I like my life and there's a lot of things in Yorkshire that are very aesthetically pleasing, so I am posting there. You could follow me there. You can also find me over on Patreon or Ko-fi. It's all up to you. I'll leave it in your hands. They'll all be linked in the little bar box. They'll all be linked down below. Whoever you are, wherever you are, if you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.